Hello, friends. What are we working on today, Coda? We working on Evo again? Okay. Hello, Bobby.
Don't put me on my camera.
Would you like to come in the microwave with me? Okay, what am I gonna eat today? I need more steaks immediately and egg. Guess what I ordered this morning?
What?
Are you gonna yell? Well, being that I don't know what color I'm painting the Evo.
You got yellow.
No.
Oh, okay.
You know the wheels that I bought, right? They wouldn't really go good on a yellow car.
Okay.
So I had to order another set of wheels. No, you don't get it. You don't get it.
I do get it.
And the reason is because they were a good deal. They were. It's a Black Friday, like Cyber Monday deal. Well, I guess it'd be a Cyber Monday deal. Coda, clamp. Coda's addicted to milk. And this is why, because Bobby feeds him milk every day. Every time he whines, he's like a child. She literally gets him a gallon of milk just for himself.
No, not just for Coda. We share it.
Bobby. See, when we have kids and they whine all the time, they're going to continue whining because Bobby just loves to make everyone happy. Huh. Ain't that right, Willis? What?
I'm out of club soda.
Poor Willis.
What am I supposed to do? Not have a Lotus?
Just have a coffee. I bought you a coffee machine and you don't even use it.
I use it after my Lotus.
Oh, that's an addiction right there. Okay, well, I guess I'm doing eggs again. Come here.
No.
This is
I
how...
haven't even brushed my hair
You
yet.
don't need to. Look how glorious Bobby looks in the morning. Honey, it's okay that you look like a rat's nest. Okay?
Okay.
You think I'll be able to get the Evo and primer today?
Probably not. You have a lot of work to do.
Not really. It's getting down there. If I could get the Evo and primer today, I could literally probably almost paint it this weekend. But I should probably speak to your dad about using the booth. So I guess that is a good goal to have for the day. That is a lot of work. If we get it in primer though, that's moving right along on this build. Realistically, I have to pull apart the doors. I need to pull apart the mirrors. Well, just to get it in primer, I guess I don't need to pull apart the mirrors, but the doors, get the windows out, and should be it. Fix that dent I put in the trunk last night with the engine stand, and it'd be kosher. Are you gonna buy any Cyber Monday goodies? Nothing? I don't know. You could buy new wheels for your car too. So what I thought was sausage was beef. So for breakfast we have beef and eggs. Should we see how it is? Beef is kind of funny to have for breakfast. Steak is understandable, but beef, it's a little bit sus. It's kind of funny. It'll be okay. It'll get me strong, right? Yeah. Why is the heat not on? This is the nicest winter yet. What is it? Almost December? It's probably, what, the 27th? 27th. And we still do not have snow. November 27th. That is insane. At this rate, I'm going to have to put the heated seats back in the M3 because apparently it's just going to be cold with no snow. I wonder something. Spokane, what would that be called? Typical snow fall date? Spokane's average date for the first trace of snow is October 27th. October, November. Wow. Exactly to the day, 1 month late. And the cool part is if we go on, take a gander at the weather, no snow in the forecast. I ain't complaining. I don't mind snow, but I mind it when it snows and then gets warm and turns to slush. If it snows and stays ice cold, like sub 30, 25, 20, whatever, and it's a nice, beautiful, everything just white, the roads are nice and snowy so you can sling it everywhere you go. You go get the blue WRX and rally the piss out of it, that's a good time. But when it snows and warms up and gets slushy and nasty, it's not fun at all. Nothing about it's fun. I'm gonna head in right now to the paint store. I need to buy a big block. We're blocking this whole Evo out, and the one I have is too thin and way too flexible. It's not really gonna help us. Hello?
Devin, Brian, Niemela.
What?
You think you can just leave without saying goodbye, giving me a kiss?
I thought I was gonna see you at the stand in 30 minutes anyway.
You always have to give me a kiss goodbye.
I'm terribly sorry. It will never happen again, Willis. You
messed up.
I messed up. I'm sorry.
Yes. I couldn't even believe you were driving away without coming and saying goodbye.
If I'm being honest, I didn't know where you were.
I was in the bathroom, honey.
You're pooping?
No, doing my hair.
Well, I'll see you at the stand. I'll give you a kiss there.
Okay, sounds good.
Goodbye, Willis.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna go buy a block right now and some sandpaper. Like I was saying, the block we have is way too flexible, so it doesn't, instead of like flat sanding the big areas of the car, for example, like the tops of the doors, those, I feel like those are always wavy on my bodywork, and the flexible block is kind of just going to go into those waves, where a nice big thick foam block will flatten everything out and make it look, technically speaking, it should make it look quite a bit better. So I'm gonna go buy one of those right now, as long as they're open, which it is 8 o'clock, so I think they open at 8. Yes, they are. Wonderful. Wondrous. Whoa. The sound of a car, I think it's probably one of the the most important aspect of a vehicle. Like the sound that the engine produces. The looks of a car is quite important, but I don't think anything realistically is more important than how the engine produces a sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, this is actually a pretty good example. If you take a newer M3, say a F80, versus the E92, the E90, I would say the F80 looks better, but the E92 sounds so much better. I think, what does the F80 come with? An S65? Not S65, what is it? This is, the frick is it? I don't even know, if I'm being frank. So, F80 looks better, the E92 sounds better, in my opinion. I think everyone's opinion. So that's why I would choose an E92 over an F80, simply because of the glorious sound of the S65. Let's see your F80 sound like that, boy. So that's the problem with electric cars that they have yet to figure out, and why I don't think any car guy is really ever gonna care to purchase an electric vehicle, is because They don't sound cool at all. At all. You can't sound cool if you don't sound. Sheesh. Get one for everybody. Yep. Goodbye, Haas. I will. You know, if you donated money to the church, you wouldn't pay as much in taxes. Real shit. If anyone's parting out an F80 M3 comp or F82 M4 comp and you have the seats and you want to sell them to me, I'll buy them. They have to be the comp seats though, because those are insane. And apparently they work. You just bolt them right into your E92. They are plug and play essentially. I love the Brahms in here, but man, a nice set of OEM M comp seats would just be the icing on the cake for this car. It would be the last thing besides fixing the check engine light. Quick comparison, this is the block that we were trying to flat sand this car with. Very, very flexible. And this is what I just purchased. Still flexible, because it has to be to go around the, I guess, like the contours of the car, but it's probably 5 times as stiff as what we were trying to use. So let's see how wavy this door that I'm working on actually is. I'm planning on doing most of this dry sanding outside just to keep the shop clean. But real quick, let's take a gander at it. I need to go ahead and pull the door handles off and get all that squared away, but I'm pretty sure this is quite wavy up here. So just some light sanding, and watch this. We're gonna go ahead and wipe that dust off, and it should tell us where the low spots are and the high spots are. So, the paper don't lie. Low spot right there, low spot right there. Now they're not very low, they're just a little bit low. So the plan with something like that would be to just continue sanding, blocking this out, sanding it down, and then if it's still like a little bit too deep for primer, I would do just a little bit of glaze on this area here, a little bit of glaze here, flat sand that, and then prime this whole upper, well, this whole rear door is probably gonna get primed. But that is the plan. As you can see, our big block is gonna make life easy in this car door beautiful. You can't really feel it. Obviously, it's still there. So if you can't feel it, it's probably not deep enough to try to do metal work on. It's kind of the rule of thumb, I guess you could say. So all the big, giant, flat areas like this down here, the quarter panels, roof, things like that, they're all going to be knocked down with this big old block. Front door appears that it is very, very straight. I like that. Before I continue on with bodywork, I'm gonna go ahead and get these doors down to the bare bones. Get all the wiring out, get the windows out, get the door panels off, just get everything torn out. And it's gotta be done anyway. And it'll make for a little bit easier going with the bodywork as well, without the door handle, the mirror, and that trim piece in the way. First thing I'm going to pull off is this already hammered door panel. She's definitely seen better days. The previous owner, or someone down the line, did a pretty janky rattle can paint job on a lot of this stuff. But thankfully our parts car has got those parts on it, so that'll be nice. Whew, dusty, dusty. Not bad. I've always wondered what this plastic is for. It is a nuisance because all the glue that comes off with it is disgusting. Sony Explode. That's a beautiful speaker right there, my friends. Being that we do not have any power to the car right now, it's going to be quite a bit tricky to get these windows out because you need to be able to roll them up and down. I believe this right here would be the access points to unbolt the window from the motor, but we can't. So I don't know what to do. Window is unbolted. Let's get this bad boy out of the way if we can. Oh yeah, that'll make for much easier work. From here on out, it should be pretty easy other than that door handle. If you guys have ever done 8 or 9 door handle, you know they're not fun whatsoever. There's this clip in the very back that is extremely frustrating to get off. One of the clips that holds in the rod. If you know, you know. There also is the chance that I could just be doing it wrong. Magic. Magic. Now, of course, we don't want to paint the seals. So the inner and the outer seal are both coming off. Here's the window motor itself. What else do we got? We got the mirror and the outer seal. On the last complete I did, when I pulled off the seal, you have these little clips. I thought it'd be clever to take all those clips off. Unfortunately, I broke not every single one, but the majority of those clips. So I found it's not really worth to try and remove them. You're gonna get paint on them, but it's gonna be covered with the seal anyway. I would love to get them off, but I've yet to find a good solid way to do so. So the very last thing to get off is quite annoying. I don't know why, but sometimes they come off good. Sometimes most of the time they do not come off properly. And it's this outer molding. Unless the clips are broken, they usually don't come off right. How I do it is I'll remove that back screw. Oh yeah, this one's gonna come right off. And then you kind of twist up like this and release it from the door. See? Look at that. It's coming right off. Not bad. Bit crusty. Not so sure if we're going to be using these or if I can hopefully just buy brand new OEMs. That'd be sick. There we have it, my friends. A completely bare door shell with nothing installed. So all of these big flat areas, I'm gonna block them out, make them perfect. And then this pillar, I'll probably do a little bit of blocking on. I just wanna find all the areas that need any sort of body work and get them done. If that requires filler, that's cool. If that requires metal work, that's fine. Once again, nicest Evo in the world. So the whole entire car is flat sand, well, besides the roof, is flat sanded with 180 on either the big boy block or the shorter version, depending on what exactly we're sanding. I know it's a bit aggressive, but I really wanted to not only knock down this paint that was on here because it was a little bit thick, I felt like, I also wanted to find any sort of low spot that was on the entire car. So the only thing I found so far is our new dent from last night that needs metal work. The rest of them, just a little bit of filler, we should be good, or just primer. But this guy right here, it's pretty hefty. Thing is gonna need to be pulled out just a little bit before. Yeah, I can't get to the backside either. Before it gets filler, that needs to be popped out. I guess I should be a little bit more careful when I'm pulling cars in. I backed this thing in last night to the engine stand and created this nice little dent right here. There are 1, 2, 3, 5 areas in total that are damaged and needing just a little bit of filler work. So let's get them perfect. First up is the trunk. Still, I don't love it. This area over here, and of course the dent we made last night, needs to be filled. And then on this filler work right here, I just noticed some pinholes, which I'm not a fan of. Try to get this filled in with some nice thin glaze. Last but not least, the dog leg. While we wait for the filler to dry and harden, I have a box, a big old box that I want to open up with you guys. I'm very, very excited for this. And you can probably tell what it is based off the shape of the box. If what's in this box is as nice as they say it is, this is a game changer for all of my Evo friends. Evo 8, Evo 9 friends. And the reason I want to open it now, just in case it needs primer work, we can do that at the same time. This, my friends, is a replacement front bumper for the Evo 8. But it's not just any regular old front bumper. This is a front bumper from a company called Alumaesthetic, I believe. I was able to get this guy from the great guys over at JDC, JD Customs USA. And they now sell these bumpers, so I'll go ahead and link it down below. But this is a already nose cut, nose chopped front bumper for the Evo 8. I was gonna nose chop the OEM one. The OEM one was very, very beat up. And then I found out about these things and I just had to have one. Now from what I understand, they take the factory or take a factory bumper and they make a mold out of it. So technically this thing should fit like an OEM bumper. Of course, it's going to be very hard to tell how nice it fits until we have the whole entire front end together. But let's at least try to get a rough idea how this thing's going to line up. I would say overall, I can honestly say that this thing seems like it fits like an OEM bumper. Let me just zoom in on the details for you guys. In case you want to buy one and you want to see how it fits before you buy. There's this line here. You know what, we could probably just adjust it with this fender bracket, and keep in mind nothing's really nothing is tightened up or bolted down like it should, so we'll really be able to tell once we get this car done. But I would say that fitment is really, really nice. There is a support bracket that is going to run right here that we need to pull off the factory bumper, so that I would say it's good. It's very, very close to OEM. The finish of it feels just like an OEM bumper. Fits exactly the same on this side. And I think the only place we're gonna have to do any sort of body work is where they had the mold changed, I'm assuming for the nose chop. Because where the factory bump, this line right here, that's where the factory bumper would have the triangle that runs up to here. So there is a little bit of a line right here, but honestly, if I grab some 320 real quick on a block, I should be able to just knock that down. And then I'm assuming these brackets right here, you can keep them on if you want, but I'm guessing that they were just put on there for shipping purposes, because if you guys know, when you do the nose chop, it gets very, very thin right up in here. So let's see how this will knock down. It might need a tiny bit of primer right up in here. if I'm not mistaken, these things are made out of whatever the OEM bumpers are made out of, polypropylene or polyurethane, something along those lines. It's not like a traditional aftermarket bumper where it'd be fiberglass or some other jankiness. A couple minutes later of sanding, I actually used a 180 on a block. You can see the line is pretty much gone. It's still there a little bit, so I am going to prime just this area of the bumper just to make sure it's 100% perfect. If there's any other car in the world, honestly, I'd probably just sand it and spray it, just like you would with the OEM bumper. But this is a show car, I guess. I guess we're building a show car. So I'm going to, when I prime the rest of the car, I'm going to prime this as well. But overall, very, very pleased with how this thing fits. Fits like a glove, like OEM. And I will link it down below. If any of the 8 or 9 boys need a bumper, it's especially cheap. I think it was like, it's like $500. $550 for the OEM bumper, and then the nose chop is $600. I think it's on sale right now for Black Friday, so it might go up a little bit, but I'll link it down below. I am going to go ahead and pull the rear glass out so we don't get any primer or any sort of paint on it. I want to get it out before we prime, so I'm going to try to just do it here, and I hope I don't crack it. But if I do, I got a spare. So it's not a big deal. Okay. Alrighty, last time. Ow. Ta-da. Wow. I'm a professional glass boy. Well, unfortunately, I was not able to get the car primer. I definitely could have, but there's a couple little things I want to take care of before I do that. What the heck? And there's literally no point in rushing it when I could just take an extra couple hours tomorrow morning, go ahead, fix up a couple little things that I want to take care of. Are you done making BMW noises yet? And then go ahead and get it in primer tomorrow. I would prefer to spray it outside as well, so we don't have to mask off the shop. Just a couple little areas that are going to need primer, and it's not a big deal. Plus, I'm doing a little trade deal. I'm trading my time tonight. I'm trading time with the car for something else.
One of your videos.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Something just exploded. Do you want me to wash it off real quick?
Maybe someone's bum. Are you excited?
For?
What do you mean? What I came home for?
Decorating.
Willis?
Of course.
So this evening, this fine Monday evening, Bobby and I are going to decorate, even though it looks like she already did all of it without me.
Oh, there's more.
So she already put up the Christmas tree and the stockings. We got a stocking for me, a stocking for her, and who else, Bobby?
Coda and Bane.
Okay. First, we're having dinner, and for dinner, we have, you guessed it, some eggs. What is this, 2 eggs?
Well, that's your dinner.
Is this 2, though?
3.
3 eggs. See, this is why I'm skinny. Bobby starves me to death. I'm kidding. There's, what, ribeye? Or no? Sirloin? Mm-hmm. There's sirloins on the smoker, which broke. What brand is that? A Z-Grill?
No. Pit Boss.
Pit Boss. Pit Boss, you guys are failing us. That thing always randomly turns off. Usually when it's cold out, I feel like.
And thermometer stopped working.
And as of tonight, the thermometer that you plug into, or not plug, but stab into whatever you're cooking, she yeeted herself on this. So I don't know how Bobby's gonna cook steaks to 152 degree internal temp.
I might have to bring him in here.
What a shame.
Sorry about it. You're not going to tell him what I'm having for dinner?
What are you having?
I'm having potatoes.
You gotta show him. So Bobby is against the carnivore diet.
Not against it, what?
I'm kidding. As you can see, Bobby likes her carbs. Are you eating this whole thing?
No, like half.
And then what else? What do you want to show them?
Because I just got out of the shower.
I did too. She's having some green beans.
And a steak.
And probably 3 ounces of steak because you're always not hungry. Because I'm so freaking hungry.
And I'm making sausage right now.
My breakfast was whack with the beef and the eggs. My lunch sucked. It didn't suck, but so when you eat only like meat and proteins and no carb, you want to have a high fat intake as well. But my lunch was literally freaking turkey, which is a very, very lean meat. So I'm not feeling very hot. So I'll eat an egg. I'm really hungry. What day am I on again? 20, 25, 26?
I think 26.
So today's Monday. Friday I go in and get my blood checked and see if, this gorgeous carnivore diet is doing anything for me. A protein bar sounds so good right now. A nice Kirkland, Costco.
Maybe heat it up in the microwave a little bit.
Chocolate protein bar. And then, look at it. My mom makes a lot of stuff at home. Is biscotti like a normal thing that people, random people are gonna know about?
I don't know.
My mother makes these turd-looking things. They're so freaking good. It's called biscotti.
No, you gotta get one out.
It's not like a traditional biscotti, though, right?
It's like a Weight Watchers one.
It actually heavily modifies. So they're
Sniff it.
Well, it's frozen, so not much
Oh yeah,
comes out.
okay.
Back when I lived at home, she would have a constant full supply of these guys, and I would eat them nonstop. And now, she knows I love them, but my birthday was the 29th. That made literally no sense. I turned 29. My birthday was August 17th, and I just now got these on Cameron's birthday when we were at their house. And I told her I can't eat them. She doesn't understand, really.
But you can in like a few days.
Well, what happens if I go get my blood checked and my platelets went from 25,000 a month ago to 100,000?
Then
Can I still eat them?
if I were you, I would allow yourself one day out of the month to just have carbs or something.
Just to be a Willis. How many eggs do you buy a week?
24 times 5.
124? 120?
Something like that.
I eat 120 eggs a week. Bobby and I really want to go to the Swiss Alps.
Would we snowboard or what would we do there?
I like another pre-dinner snack.
Is that enough sausage or do you want more?
That's plenty. Comment below if you've been to the Alps and it's cool. It just looks cool. I think you go there to look at it.
Maybe we should go in the spring.
I don't know.
Because that's when you can go ziplining and stuff.
Ooh.
Remember?
We could probably go ziplining in Spokane for $50.
All right, I'm bringing the steaks in.
What is this? Is this turkey sausage?
No, it's just regular.
Did you ever think that?
What?
Eating a lot of fat would make you fat.
I kind of got that idea from you.
I mean, it kind of does technically, because 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. A gram of carb is 4 calories. A gram of protein is 4 calories.
I just think that carbs are what make you fat.
Yeah, because they're so good.
They make you crave sugar and they make you crave bad food, but fat doesn't make you really do that, I don't think. But fat is too, my favorite food is ice cream.
I want you to tell them why you don't like yellow Evos.
No, I do like yellow Evos. I love them.
But you like black more?
I love black. I love black cars.
Go look in the shop and in the garage. And
my cars are all colored, so I wouldn't mind a black one.
You have a black Evo.
Gold.
Did you guys forget about Bobby's Evo yet?
I kind of do all the time. No way. I love yellow, but I just wish it was already yellow and you could just restore it, that color.
That's That's the difference. It's literally a bare shell. There's not even bolts on it.
No, Coda.
Clamp. I'm down to 190 pounds.
Serious?
Yeah, I told you that. The last 2 days have been 190. That's a lot of potatoes. It's like pretty good. You guys want to know how I became a man?
Oh yeah, tell them about that.
Well, it's not high enough to like actually give them the dirty details. And honestly, you know more about it than I do. So why don't you pop a squat and tell them everything that you had me change? Because it's quite a bit. Should we go back and do a history lesson as we have tequila sitting here?
Yeah.
Where did my test start at initially when I first got it checked?
Like 235.
I think it was like 260.
Oh, okay.
What's it at now?
560? 550?
I don't know.
In the 500s, like higher 500s.
Mid fives, yeah. And that was over the course of, I would say 2.5 years, yeah? 3 years maybe? Probably 2.5. Here's what I did. I stopped smoking heroin. Tell them everything, because so a lot of things I actually do in life is assigned to me by Bobby.
It is. I have him do a lot of experiments to see.
Like, for example, she wants me to put coconut oil in my butt or something.
It's called oil pulling, and you put like coconut oil in your mouth, and you swish it around, and you can literally, like, it pulls chemicals out of, like, what you've breathed in that day. But a couple things that Devin and I experimented with, I think the biggest thing was changing food. Mm-hmm. We used to be like
fat asses.
We used to be like huge advocates on like diet sodas, Diet Coke.
The amount of Diet Coke I used to drink.
Yeah. We would do like fake food diet, sugar-free, this, that, and the third.
We were big on like, a lot of you guys are into lifting, so it's called the If It Fits Your Macros diet.
Yeah.
And I mean, it helps to get you like lean. Mm-hmm. But what's the point of being lean when you're a little bitch and you have a test of 200 when you're 26 years old?
Yeah.
Like, testosterone in men is one of the most important things. And remember when I went to the doctor and he's like, oh, here's some TRT.
Yeah, just cover it up with some TRT.
And I still have it, actually.
In your drawer. I think I threw it away.
Did you? You've probably been shooting it up.
Yeah, that was like the biggest thing, is just changing Devin's diet.
So I guess that's what we should say, is this is all natural.
Yeah, I
haven't done any. Well, I got one shot of test at the doctor. He jammed it in my leg, and I left. I'm like, this don't feel right. I was like 27 at the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, my test can't be this low.
And everybody told you can't do it naturally.
Yeah, and I know I'm healthy. Like, I thought I was healthy. I'm like, I work out every damn day.
Yeah.
I drink a gallon of water every day.
Not fat.
Even if it was out of plastic, it was still a gallon.
Oh, that's another big thing that we did.
I honestly feel like that's probably one of the biggest things.
We used to drink, mostly Devin, out of a gallon, like milk jug, like the plastic jugs that are literally like, I can't believe we did that.
It just tastes disgusting too.
Yeah. We did that for years.
Years. Like 10.
Yeah.
So, in total, I changed from drinking out of plastic to drinking out of a metal canister.
Stainless steel.
Mm-hmm. I don't store, we don't store any food in plastic. At all.
I have all glass containers.
We sound very hippie, but if you want to get jacked, which I'm not, do what I do.
We cook in stainless steel appliances or iron.
What's the old stuff that we used to use? The
Teflon, yeah.
But apparently it flakes off, goes in your food, and it makes you a little baby. No microwave.
No microwave.
I'm remembering better than you. Remember how much we used to use a microwave? Mm-hmm. I don't use a microwave anymore.
We have a massive water filter.
Yeah.
We never used to filter our water.
It's also disgusting.
We used to use like a little, what are those tiny little filters called that are a scam?
Oh.
Yeah.
Trash. And then, of course, like, changing your nutrition is obviously very important. So I think all those things added up to me naturally, 100% naturally, doubling my tests in a couple years. And it's still on the rise. There's never been a time where I'll go get it checked And I get it checked quite often. There's never been a time where I'll go in, get my work done, my blood work done, and it drops at all. Ever. It's constantly going up.
Hey, honey, can you come and check this piece real quick?
Alcohol, too. I feel like we used to drink a lot more.
We did.
We never were, like, alcoholics, but remember during COVID?
We would have, like, I feel like we had a White Claw or two every single night.
During COVID?
And we used to go out a lot more.
We did.
We haven't gone out in, like, a year, I feel like. Organic sheets.
Look at that. Look at that sirloin, boy.
We did some other things too, but those are the main things. The one thing I really want to get Devin and I is a grounding mat for our bed.
I can create some grounding cables. I'll just, like, get a probably 20-foot long battery cable.
Either that or we just go sleep outside on the ground.
No, I got you. I'll wire you up. And I'll just connect it to your ears.
Wow.
Ah!
So I know I set up the tree without you. I'm really sorry about that, but I want to let you know I haven't plugged it in since I set it up.
Oh.
You can do the honors of that.
Oh.
I'm gonna go get the boxes of Christmas decorations.
Tree.
Whoa.
What do you think, Bane?
Okay. You didn't even look at it.
I'm looking.
What do you
Sweet.
think?
Hell
Sweet.
yeah, dude.
Your mom made this for me.
Kitchen is seasoned with love. How cute. Are you going to use it?
And then I just have another towel. Here is your duty. You put that above on the mantle up there.
Do I have to, like, screw it on?
No, you just, like,
How is
set
there
it
still snow on it from last year?
Same with our tree.
Where did those go?
Here's the thing. They go on our shelves.
Is Cody eating your presents?
No, he's just sniffing. He does like to paw them out, though. Should this go... Where should this go? Okay, Devin didn't want to show you guys, but this is what it looks like.
Oh, fancy.
All the decorations. The tree. Devin. We just hung up this cross. And... Oh! Beautiful.